Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing X-Men Origins Wolverine 2009 review here on the channel. So yeah, we're reviewing Wolverine movie here. If you haven't already seen it, I've already dropped reviews for X-Men or X2, and X-Men 3: The Last Stand. So yeah, currently we're going to be doing X-Men Origins Wolverine. So yeah, I guess let's get into this. Yeah, X-Men Origins Wolverine is another movie where a lot of people dislike it. A lot of people despise this movie, don't want anything to do with this movie, and yeah, I could definitely see why, and there's definitely some reasons. But yeah, I guess let's give my opinion on it, on the whole topic, and yeah, it's fresh in my mind because I've rewatched all the X-Men movies, so yeah. Um, so so the first thing I'm gonna get into is the positives, which I guess let's start off with the positives. I guess. Um. So the positives. The first positive is definitely that the acting was pretty good, and what I mean by that is one person in particular, and you guessed it, it's going to be Hugh Jackman. Now, I thought Hugh Jackman doesn't. I think he does an exceptional job for every time he plays Wolverine. I think he does a really good job. He never put on a bad performance ever. Well, some could say that, but in my personal opinion, I don't think he ever put on like some intolerable performance or anything like that, unlike some other characters. But I thought he did an excellent job as Wolverine, and yeah. The next thing would probably be the action. Now, this movie is very action filled. I thought it was really interesting in terms of the action and just the whole fight scenes and all that. Wolverine is definitely a really cool character when it comes down to fighting. I think he's just one of my favorite characters in all honesty when it comes to fighting. Just in or actually in terms of action, of just him like going around with his claws and fighting people and all this thing. And it's like a no holds bar either, so it's like even more interesting as well. So I thought that was interesting as well. Next up would probably be the plot twist. Now I must say the plot twist was really interesting. With the whole way, spoiler alert, uh, the girl Logan falls in love with in the start of the movie ends up actually being alive and working with Stryker, and so does Sabretooth. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I could tell you from what I saw, I was pretty surprised. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but it did happen. And also the twist with like all these mutants and all that stuff. I thought that was excellently tied in as well. Uh, yeah, very interesting uh, plot twist. Next up would probably be the it provides a good origin story, a decent origin story. I mean, it doesn't provide the best. I can think of maybe some better options, but it does what its job. It does its job properly, which was to give Wolverine kind of like an origin story, and it does. Like it gives him what has he been doing all this time, uh, what how old exactly is he? And he's like a century or something old. Like he's way past century actually, but he's pretty old. Yeah, exactly how he got his metal claws, because if you remember, he has bone claws, then he gets metal claws. It also provides an origin story for like stuff Stryker was saying in X2, with the whole Wolverine, I created Wolverine claws and all that stuff. So that's interesting as well. I thought that was a well done thing. Uh, yeah, I guess let's get into the negatives. Um, First negative is going to be the pacing. Pacing wise, it was kind of terrible, to be honest with you guys. It felt like it was going good for the first half, then it just started going downhill. Like that goes the same way with the story and plot. Like I thought it was going up, and then it went right down at the like closer to the end, it went right down. That's why I'm guessing a lot of people don't like the movie as well. Is for that exact reason, just because the fact that the story was a bit off towards the end, just wasn't too enjoyable. Next up would be the villains. Actually, I'm not gonna say they're completely the villains. Like I thought Sabretooth was a pretty good villain. I thought how it relates to Logan is pretty well as good as well, but it does not make sense, which I'll get into just in 2 seconds. But uh, and then that end with that supposed Weapon X creation, that was the stupidest thing I ever saw in my life. It was so dumb. I thought it was just garbage. I don't know. I just despise that thing. Same with Striker. I didn't like the guy who played him. I thought it was really stupid. I thought Striker was stupid. And it didn't make sense as well. I mean, it kind of did make sense. But I don't know. I just didn't really like Striker in this movie. Just completely as a character, I guess. I disliked him. Not in a good way. In a bad way. So, yeah. Next up would probably be the writing. Like, I thought the writing was a bit off, in full honesty. There's some stuff that isn't explained as well. Like, for example, it explains that Sabretooth is his brother. Now, I'm not too sure if they ever actually call him Sabretooth. Uh, they call him Victor in the movie. So this part could get a little bit wrong here, but in the movie versus Sabretooth, as you guys know. Um, so yeah, he versus him. Uh, yeah, his name is Sabretooth. Okay, good. He versus him in the movie, and it says he's his brother or half brother, one of the two. That happens, and if you remember, think back to X-Men, the first one, we see him get fighting against Sabretooth. So that doesn't make absolutely no sense. Just for the fact that we know this movie comes before this movie as well, before that movie in the timeline. So that's to me very stupid in the fact that he's pretty much fighting his brother, or he doesn't care, or I don't know what the deal is. I thought it was pretty stupid though. Wasn't a huge fan of that. Yeah, we know it kind of connects with the the whole X-Men story and stuff like that. So that was kind of stupid to me. Uh, yeah, the next thing is again that Weapon X villain. That was the stupidest thing I ever saw as well. Just from a standpoint of Deadpool ends up coming to the whole X-Men franchise, so how does it make sense that he's like that? That makes absolutely no sense to me. I thought it was really stupid, really unenjoyable. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. My overall rating is probably gonna give it 7 out of 10 at best, maybe 7.5 on a good day. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.